Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to sincerely thank Briskminds for allowing me to present today's session. Before we begin, let me share a few words about the company I am proud to be part of. Briskmind now recognized as a Salesforce Crest Partner. With over 30 years of experience in the Salesforce ecosystem, we have delivered top quality solutions across the multiple industries. We have trusted by many leading enterprises, continue to grow through our commitment to excellence and innovation. Our team of more than 250 certified Salesforce professionals work across the various Salesforce cloud including Sales Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Commerce Cloud, Service Cloud, Health Cloud, Education Cloud, Industry Cloud, Agentforce, MuleSoft and many more. We are learning daily, evolving daily and delivering cutting edge solutions under visionary leadership of our CEO Mr. Ankit Arora who guides us every day. Now, coming to today's session, my name is Ganesh Pachori. I am working as an associate software engineer at Briskminds. Today, I will be presenting a topic that plays a key roles in a modern sales process, Salesforce CPQ. Let's dive in and Salesforce how Salesforce CPQ works can help organization generate fast, accurate, professional code, making life easier for both sales reps and for customers. Before we dive into Salesforce CPQ, let first just understand why we need it. Let's take a real life example to make it easier. Imagine you are a sales representative at a hardware company that sells things like server, routers, cable, other technical components. A customer approaches you and asks a quote for customized hardware setup. Now here, what a sales rep has to do: go through long list of products and accessories, understand which component are compatible to each other, apply the correct pricing rules, discount and bundle offers, make sure the configuration meets the customer's technical requirement, create a professional code document, and do all of this quickly because customer expect fast response. But here's the catch: to configure the right combination of products, the sales rep often need a technical knowledge, like knowing which cable goes with which router or which server setup works best for the certain type of business. That means either the sales rep must have the strong technical background or company has to depend on a technical expert every time a code is needed. This leads a dependency on individual, delays and risk of errors, incompatible product combination. This is exactly where Salesforce CPQ comes into the picture. It helps sales representative to configure all of this. we will like to I would like to elaborate about the CPQ. Configure. First we have configure, that means selecting the right product based on what customer needs. Sometimes even customer don't fully know what they want, so understanding their requirement and configuring the right product is the key. Next is the price. Once we have selected the product, we apply correct pricing, discount or offers as per the business rules. And finally, we have the quote. This is what goes to the customer. It is a well structured document proposal that clearly show the product pricing, makes the offer attractive. These are the challenges sales representative face while creating code by themselves. It have manual errors, complex product. We can we have to go through the complex product bundles, and it took time that goes for slow quoting. Inconsistent pricing, like two different sales rep can have different for pricing rules or different discount for same product. Compliances of risk, that company will be dependent on a technical person for their need. This is the challenges we face before the CPQ. Next we have the core functionality configure. Let's start with the configure. This is where the sales rep select the right combination of product based on what customer needs. Now CPQ makes this easier with the few key features like product bundles. Think of a combo offer. For example, we can create a predefined bundle called enterprise hardware package, which includes a router, server and accessories all grouped. The sales rep just pick the bundle instead of adding product one by one. Second, we have configuration rules. The rules control what combinations are allowed. For example, if option A, the system can automatically enforce that feature B must be selected. No need to remember technical dependency, CPQ handles it. Product options. Inside the bundle, a rep can choose between the options like 256 GB SSD or 212 GB SSD based on what the customer want. It is flexible and guided. Constraints. This is where CPQ shines. It prevents the sales rep from selecting incompatible product. So 99% of the time configuration are valid and error free, which means a fewer mistake and less back and forth. Now move on to our next. We have price, and this is where CPQ takes all the way manual calculation and headaches. Automatic pricing. As soon as product are selected, CPQ automatically calculates the list of price, unit price, net price, no Excel sheet, no calculation, no manual errors, nothing else. Second, we have discounting. It can apply volume discounts, partner discount or promotional offer automatically. For example, buy 10 units, get 5% off. CPQ take care of that logic easily. We don't have to think, or sales representative don't have to think by themselves. The CPQ handles it. Next, we have pricing methods. CPQ supports different pricing models like block pricing, flat fee for 1 to 100 units, subscription pricing, monthly yearly billing, users based pricing like charging per GB per user, etc. Next, we have price rules. These are powerful. Let's say if the total quote amount goes above the 10 lakh, apply an 5% discount. That logic is built into the CPQ using the price rules. It is fully automated. We don't have to apply manually that if the amount goes more than 10 lakh, then we don't have to manually apply extra 5% discount. The discount will automatically connected with our quote using the price rules. And finally, we have the quote. This is the final output that goes to the customer. Code document generation. CPQ creates a professional PDF quote with all customer information, selected products, pricing, terms. It is dynamic, pulls in the real-time data and looks clean and branded. We have many functionalities like terms and condition. Based on the product type or the customer type, the relevant legal terms can edit automatically. So there is no manual copy, paste or forwarding important clause. Approval workflows. If a quote has big discount, let's say it is more than 50%, it automatically routes to the manager or pricing team for approval. It follows the company processes without slowing anything down. We don't have to think, we don't have to wait for the approvals like we have to send the approval to the manager, then we have to wait. After we getting the approval, then we will send it to the pricing team. There is no need of that. CPQ handles it automatically. The approvals to the manager and pricing team will go simultaneously. After their approval, the quote will be sent to the customer automatically. We don't have to take care of that. E-signature integration. CPQ integrates with the tools like DocuSign, Adobe Sign. So once quote is ready, it can be signed electronically, which cuts off the sales cycle up to 20%. Here we save so much time using the e-signature integration. Next, so configure helps. Finally, wrap up the part. The configure helps to put the right solution. Price ensure it's accurate and profitable. Code delivers it professionally to the customer all in one and smooth guided flow. This is how Salesforce CPQ transform quoting from manual headache to the smart scalable process. Benefits of sales rep. Benefits for the sales reps. Now let's talk about the real heroes, sales process, the sales representatives. How sales CPQ makes their life easier. Let's give you a few examples for different industries. Salesforce licensing. Let's say you are Salesforce software, selling software to a company over 500 users. Normally, you have to manually add modules, apply volume discounts, maybe talk to the finance. But with CPQ, the system does all of that for you. It automatically adds the right modules and applies the correct discount based on the number of users. No need to guess. Second, we have telecommunication. You are selling a broadband communication. CPQ helps you to including all related products like routers, installation, charger, even the calculate a full 12-month contract price with all terms included. It like having a smart assistant built the code for you. Speed. Let's me ask you how long does it normally take to create a complex code? A few hours maybe, but with CPQ, it can be done in the minutes. It is been shown to help reps close deals up to 50% faster. That is a huge win. Second, fourth, we have accuracy. No more pricing mistake or missed discount. CPQ ensure pricing is always accurate and that directly improves the gross margin by 2 to 5%. That is real money saved. Fifth and next we have consistency. Every quote that goes out looks clean, follow company pricing rules, keep your brand consistent whether it is junior rep or senior one. So in short, CPQ gives sales rep more confident, more speed, few errors and more time to focus what matters. It is closing deals. Does that sound like something that would help your sales team? Let go behind the scenes, key objects and relationship. Now let's go a little behind the scenes and how this all works. This these are the sales core object of Power Salesforce CPQ. If you understand how they connected, you will understand how CPQ works. Let's break it down. First, we have opportunity. This is where everything started. The opportunity represents the sales deals, the actual business you are trying to close. Next, we have quote. Now, a deal can have multiple quotes. The quote store details like pricing, discount totals, and only one of those quotes are marked as a primary, which sync back to the opportunity. Next, we have the quote line item. These are the line by line details inside the quote. Each product or services customer wants, their quantity, their discount, and their prices. All of the things about the products that we have configured will be stored in our quote line item. Next, we have the product. This is the object define what you are selling. A laptop, a service plan, a server, anything. Products can be the simply or a part of the bundle. This is the main thing what we have in the organization. We are selling something. What we are selling will comes under the product. Next, we have price book. Now every product needs a price. That is where price book comes in. They hold a list of valid prices for your customer. You you can have a standard price book and multiple custom ones like enterprise book or partner price book. You can customize, you can create different price book for a single product according to your use. Like if you have to sell your product in different countries, you can allow multi currency in your org, and you can sell your product in different countries. You can add a India price book, US price book in your price book for every product. Next we have price book entry. This is the link between product and the price book, basically saying the product cost 5,000 in this price book. Like if we are saying a product like a router is meant to be sell in north region like of 3,000, but in south it will be cost 200, 2,500. This is what is price book entry. For same product we can have different pricing using price books. So if you connect it all, opportunity is the deal, quote sit inside the opportunity, quote line items sit inside the quote, product comes from the price book, prices comes from the price book entries. It all connected. It is all connected, and there is a structure make sure your quoting always clean and reliable and scalable. So even if you are not working on the back end, having the clarity helps you when you are debugging or working with the developers and admins. Next we have some advanced logic, pricing rules and guided selling. Now let's move into some advanced and intelligent capabilities inside the CPQ that are really makes it powerful, especially for handling the dynamic pricing and product selection. Let's start with the price rule. Price rules. These rules help automate price pricing decision in real time. You can use them, update fields, apply custom discount, or adjust value based on logic. For example, if a customer selects a bundle with more than 100 units, CPQ can automatically reduce the unit price or apply a custom discount, no manual entry needed. Next, we have lookup queries. This is where it gets smart. CPQ can actually look up values from other records. Let's say a customer is in the gold tier. CPQ can fetch their discount rate from the table and apply it on the fly. So the pricing stay consistent, accurate, and the tier based. Now let's talk about the CPQ makes product selection easier with the guided selling. Guided selling. This is like a step-by-step wizard that helps sales reps to choose the right product instead of digging through the hundreds of SKUs. CPQ asks a smart questions like, what is the customer size? Do you need networking hardware? And based on these questions, it filters out the right products for the customer. Next, we have the recommendation. CPQ can even suggest recommended bundles based on what customer looking for. For example, if the sales rep selects a business customer who needs data security, CPQ can recommend a secure server bundle with antivirus and firewall pre-added. So instead of relying on the sales rep's memory or technical knowledge, CPQ guides them, automates pricing, ensure quote is smart for the both sales reps and profitable point of view. Have you ever seen a rep struggle with what to offer and how much to charge? This is takes that stress away. Now we will move forward. Now we will move forward with our demo. I have created demo part for you. Now we will first log into the org. Hello, this is the trial org. I will give you the link to create a trial org in the description. You can find it there. Now, first we will look for the some settings we got under the Salesforce CPQ. When you create org, you will see a package named as Salesforce CPQ. Salesforce CPQ is a was a app exchange app which was built by Steelbrick. Steelbrick. It was so good that Salesforce acquired it by itself. So you can guess how good it is. You can see several tabs here like documents, groups, line editor, plugins, pricing, calculation, and many more. We will discuss some of them. Let me first start with the documents. Documents, it is mainly where the your code will be stored. We have the document folder, in which folder your code will be stored, attached to which attachment target, like with which notes and attachment it will be go for opportunity or quote, or it will go directly to the document heads document name. Sometimes you just want that your sales representatives don't can't able to change the name of the document, so you can hide the document name from here. Full page preview. When you click on the previews for click on the button for previewing the document or code, it comes in the iframe icon. If you want it's a full page preview, then you can enable it from here. Second, we have groups. It is no need of no need from right now. Next, let's move forward for the line editor. Here we have some interesting functionalities like action column placement. It is when we have the in line editor, we can adjust our action and placement, for which we can use it from there should be from left to right or right to left. We can set it from here. Next we have enable multi-line delete. From it is like in code line editor we can select multiple products and delete once at them. We can disable that functionality from here. We also have enable column resizing, like we can resize columns in our code line editor using this. All of these functionality we will not are using today. Next we have plugins. Plugins here, like we can, as we discussed, like DocuSign and Adobe Sign, we can directly use the plugins here and integrate with them. We have next pricing and calculation. This is like enable the quick calculate. We can enable from here pricing guidance and user inactive prices, like use inactive prices, like if there is inactive price book, we can use it like from here. Calculate immediately, like when we change the quantity, just calculate immediately. We don't have to click on the quick calculate. Next we have subscription and renewals, like if we have subscription products, what what are their settings, we can configure from it here. Quote, we can configure all the quote settings from here. This is order, we are not using this, and these are the additional settings like trigger disabled. It will disable all the triggers. Multiple bundles view. In if there is multiple bundles while we selecting, then we can show in the tab and wizard. We can select from here. These are all the settings we are having. Now we will move forward to our demo. For demo purposes, I have already created some of record that we don't have to waste our time while creating the records. I will be show the important fields to you for the demo purposes. Now let's move forward to our demo section. In this we have a app named as Salesforce CPQ. For as we discussed before, for creating the code we need to create opportunity first. But before creating opportunity, we will create account and a contact first. We have Briskminds software solution account, which we have filled the account name or billing address for showing it on the code, and we have one contact already named as Ankit Arora. And next we have a opportunity named as Briskmind opportunity. These are the amount which are pre-filled by our CPQ primary code, that is this one. All the products that are showing here, it all are in the code. Now let go to the code. We are talking about line editor frequently, but where from line editor come? Here we have the edit line buttons. From here we can see our code line editor. Here we can configure our products, add pricing, discounts, and many more things. We have here like 3 sections for button groups above. Second, we have the code fields that showing on the code line editor. Next we have the product section where we have product selected. First we will discuss about these buttons. Like we have add products. Using this we can add products to our code line editor. Second, we have add group. By using this we can create groups for like software or software hardware and like anything like that. Next we have the delete lines. As we discussed in code line editor, we have a checkbox enable multiple deletes. If we will enable that, we don't have this edit line button. Let's see it right now. If you go to installed package once again and go to the configure, in line editor we have enable multi line delete. If you disable it and save it, after that if you refresh the code line editor, you don't see the delete lines button, and you also not seeing the checkbox here. This is what, and this is how the configure setting affect our code line code and all others functioning in our Salesforce CPQ. Let me just enable it for a while. After saving it, we will just refresh our code line editor. Now you can see delete lines is here. Next we have the quick save. Like if you just wanted to add a markup or add an additional discount to any of these product, we have calculated it. But for instance, you just want to save it if if we will refresh this, the additional discount will goes away. We don't see any additional discount here. If I just once again add 10% additional discount and click on calculate, then quick save, and now I refresh this page, we have 10% discount. It does not goes away anywhere. Like cancel, by cancel you can just goes back to the code, By saving, you the changes will be saved and this code line editor will be closed and you will go back to your code. That is the difference between quick save and save. Next, we have here some fields from the code. These are the fields which are from codes. Like sometimes there's a requirement like you just wanted to add a additional discount for all products or for all your code. You just don't have to go back to your code and add to that particular field. You can add your fields that are required on code line from code line editor from code. For that, if you go to the object manager and search code here, in field sets you have a line editor. These are the fields which we are showing on our code line editor. If you want to add or remove some of the fields, you can just do it. Like I want to remove markup from here. I will just hit the save and will refresh our code line editor. After refreshing, you can clearly see that markup is gone from here. Next, we have our product section. These there have our product columns. We can change them also. Like in field sets, we have line editor. In field sets of code, same, we have a line editor in our code line. Here we have our line editor in code line. We can add or remove some of the fields from here. Like I would like to add regular total in these fields. When I hit a save and refresh the code line editor, now I will get a field named as regular total. Suppose you have a condition or a requirement that you have to change your columns dynamically. What will we do? Salesforce CPQ provides us a built-in functionality that you will create a pick list field on a code and create a field set on code line, and that the API name of that field set you can just copy and paste on the pick list that you have just created on the code. Let's see. I have already created the pick list name is custom view, but the API name is different. If I will just custom view layout and hit on a quick save, you can see we have different columns here. Let's just figure out how this works. On code, I have a field name as custom view, but its API name is edit line field set name. It is the name you have to give to your field while creating the pick list for your condition dynamically showing columns on your code line editor. Next, I have created a field set on code line like custom view layout. I have added fields here which we are seeing here in our code line editor. These are the fields which I have added to our second column layout. You can create multiples layout and change from here, and it will be applied for your code. Now we will just go to how we will configure products. But before that, we have to understand how this functionality works, like how this how products are configured in our Salesforce CPQ. Here we have the product tab. First, I will like to tell you about there we have multiple product types. Like first we have the standalone products, which are which are means to be sell standalone. Like charger, a charger can be sold alone by itself. And then we have a bundle products, like in bundle products we have multiple products in it, like a laptop will comes with a charger. It is always like that. Next we have subscription products. We will avoid during this session, but we will go there in the future. Subscription products are like we can assign or we can charge for the products on a period of a time, for like month, half yearly, and for yearly basis. I have already created some products and also created some product bundles. We have here a laptop 7th Gen 11.6 inches. It is our primary product, you can say. I have created this. We have several fields, but we will discuss some of them here. Like if I edit it, you can see configuration type and configuration event. Like if you will select it from Kotlin editor, you will see it is a product bundle mainly. If you want to configure your product while choosing your product or while editing your product, you can set things from here. There is Salesforce CPQ pricing. We have different pricing rules like list, cost, block, and percentage of total. List is like the price will come from the price book entry. List. Next we have the cost. If we go to the related of the product, we will see a block price here and cost. The cost, when we select pricing as a cost, we have to create a cost record as a child of that product. Then the pricing will come from here, and it is usually we have added with some markup. We next have the block pricing. I will just show you how it works. Like you will assign the name here, and you will add a lower bound and upper bound, like from 1 to 11. Then 1 is included and 11 is excluded. We will select the price book. Yes, we have to select the price book here also, and we will set the price here. For like 1 to 10 quantity of this product, you will sell this item for 10 rupees. For 11 to 20, you will sell this item for 18 rupees. It is just like that. This is the block pricing. Next we have one more, like percentage of total. You can assign or give percentage of your quote to that product, like 10% of your quote will be charged for that product. This you can assign in your percentage of total. I have also created some more products like SSD 256 GB. You have to remember one thing: when you create a product and you just want them to show in your Kotlin editor, you have to create a price book. You can create multiple price book, but you have to create a standard price book at least. And one more thing I have to tell you about: if a quote has a price book set, like it has a standard price book or Indian price book, those product have those price book with them will be showing to our product section. If the product don't have that particular price book not configured that we have used in our code, we will not see that product in our code line editor. Like I am showing you that we have selected a standard price book here, and for all the products I have created, I have created standard price book for all of them. Like here I have created Indian price book also, but basically I have Indian price book here. Now next, move on to the next thing. We have I have created two features here. First is processor, second is storage. Just let tackle them one by one. Here we have the feature name. What you want to give the name of the feature? I will just give the processor. Next we have number 10. It is like the sequence of your feature. We would like to give in 10, 20 for the future conditions. Like if there is a feature that we would like to add before the processor, we can just give them a number less than 10, like 5, 4, what we want to. This is why we just give the numbers in 10, 20. This is the only reason. We have configured the SKU, the laptop 7 gen. Next we have the minimum option. Like processor, I have selected minimum option, that the user have to select a option for that. If user will not select any option, he will not able to configure that product. Second we have the max option. I have also selected the max option here, one that user can only select maximum one option from this feature. Second, I have the storage. For this I have given number 20, one minimum option, no maximum option. I have created product options here. Like I will show you first. It is CPU 2.1 gigahertz i7. I have given the number 10. It will be pre-selected in our product bundle. You can see the product we have selected it for, and you also can see the feature. It will come under the feature processor. It will have the quantity 1, and you can see I have checked the checkbox bundled here. What does it means? Like if our laptop is of 60,000, and if our product is of, like, it is cost 2,000, and if our product option is not, pricing is not bundled, then we will have to pay extra for the product option we have selected. If the pricing is bundled, then it will comes under the bundle. That price, that particular product will not be included in our code. That is what is bundled checkbox for here. I have created 4 product options for CPQ 2.1, 2.6, SSD 256, 212, and now let's see this on the code. If I click on the add product, I will search laptop. Here it is, laptop 7 gen. Remember one thing, the product code is, if you give while creating an product, if you give meaningful product code, it will help you to find it in your thousands of your products. Now you can see clearly we have processor and storage. These are the 2 features under which we have CPU 2.1 gigahertz and 2.7 gigahertz, and we have SSD 256 GB and 512 GB. We have already added it in our code, like here. 7 Gen 1 60,000. Their original price is 5,000 for 2.7 gigahertz processor and 512 GB SSD. But as we mark them as a bundle pricing, that their list unit pricing is coming as included. You can see here, you can configure or reconfigure the line items from here. We have spoken about the constraints in our session. I will show you how it works. Let's suppose a condition where a 2.1 gigahertz CPU will always goes with 256 GB SSD. It will goes with 256 GB SSD. It will not go with 512 or 1 TB SSD. So, like when there is 2.1 GB 1 gigahertz i7 CPU selected, there is only one option for storage, that is 256 GB SSD, that is included for our 2.1 gigahertz i7. Next, let's suppose if 2.7 gigahertz i7 CPU select, then we can't configure it with 256 GB SSD. This is our exclusion. So I have already created two option constraints. First is 2.1 with 256 GB SSD and 2.7 without 256 GB SSD. There is constrained option and constraining option. These are the product option. You have to pick them carefully. Constrained option, like we will select here 2.1 gigahertz goes with 256 GB SSD, and type is dependency, means it will depend on 2.1 gigahertz CPU will depend on 256 GB SSD. Second, we have 2.7. Here I have selected 2.7 GB 2.7 gigahertz i7 processor, and in constraining option I have selected 256 GB SSD. Here we have type exclusion, means that 2.7 gigahertz CPU will not go with the 256 GB SSD. Let's see this in our code line editor. When you click on edit lines, you can, if you reconfigure it, that I have selected 512 GB SSD. I am unable to select CPU 2.1 gigahertz i7. It says to me that it requires 526 GB SSD. If I unselect it, then I am not able to select. Then I am not able to select any, because if I wanted to select 256 GB SSD, but there is an exclusion that excludes with CPU 2.7 gigahertz i7. I will add it again for show you how it works. We will select laptop 7 Gen 11.6 inches from here. Now you can see clearly, if I select 256 GB SSD, then I have only one selection, that it will goes with 2.1 gigahertz i7. I am unable to select 2.7 gigahertz i7. This is how our option constraint works. Now let's move forward to our code. After selecting, configuring products and selecting right product for your price rules, we will go to the document section. From here, we can see our documents, or we can say quote. This is the sample example. Like this is our company, or you can say organization selling the products. This is its address. We have the code, date, and expire zone. You can see here we ship to the Ankit or the contact, and the and our organization, or you can say account. The Salesforce person is me in this case, and we have selected the products and product bundle, and we have description here and signature, all of the things. This is a sample simple code that we are just seeing. I will just like to show how it works. Like if you select or search code template here, you will see a training sample. The company name you are seeing is comes from here. The company information or company states comes from here. The font family, the color, the font size, the padding, page width, you can just select it all the things from here. This is the basic code that just we are creating by creating a record. We don't have to any configure or pasting anything else. Same goes with here, like those fields you are showing in our code comes from here. If you just like to create a section, you can create here using by template content. If you click on new, you will see some example, some types of content. Like I will select for like template top. This is what we are just saying, the company name, their slogan, street, company information. You are seeing this. You can just see this in the HTML. This what we are seeing in our code. You can just simply create a template top and just add it to your template, code template mainly. Then it will be goes into your top template top section automatically. You don't have to adjust it. If you create the product section, it will goes with that. If you create a template bottom, it will goes with that. These are the template content. You can create it from here. Now let's move forward to our next slide. Now we will see what is the conclusion we have made till now. That what is the benefit of using Salesforce CPQ. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. How all of this actually benefits to the customer: faster response, accuracy, tailored solution, seamless process. These all things will helps our customer. And that brings us all to end of today's session. I hope that this gives you a clear understanding how CPQ not simplifies the sales operation but also enhance the customer experience. Thank you. I will add all the mandatory links or documents in our description. Thank you for your support.